Hi, I'm Randy Stegemoller with Class 101 College Planning. I'm here to talk to you today about super juniors. If you're a high school student, maybe you've just started or you're actually in your junior year, we want you to come to Class 101, be part of super juniors, become a super junior. The reason why is because early engagement, it's a game changer. Some things that we do through super juniors are 7 key things that you have to get accomplished during your junior year in order to be ready for your senior year. First thing we want to do is we want to have a resume. Not a job resume. You've got those. I know mom and dad probably have helped you with some job resumes. No, we want actually a college admissions resume. We're going to look at things like your academic track, where you're at, how much rigor you have. We're going to record that and keep track of that and have that on your resume. In addition to that, we want to have your activities. Any leadership roles where you've taken a leadership, that's what colleges want to hear about. Your community service, all those hours that you've been working on, we want to put them in one central spot and share those with the schools. We use resumes for multiple things, and that's a real key to get that done. And we have them here at Class 101. So come on down, we'll make sure you've got one. Secondly, the second step of super juniors is getting an SAT baseline. An SAT test baseline is key because we want to know how you're going to perform. You're not going to end up where you start. You're going to start at a baseline spot, and we want to grow from there. And from that baseline, our third thing comes about. The third step we want is to get those top 10 trends from that SAT baseline. We want to know where you're struggling, what you've forgotten from the past. Maybe now you're in pre-calculus, but you forgot geometry. Well, geometry's on the test. So we want to find out what those trends are that you're struggling with to help you improve those. Fourth step is making sure that we consider your career interests. We need to figure out, what do you want to study? Or what are some things that, while I know I want to do this, I kind of am interested in these things too. Because what happens is when you go away to college, sometimes you change your mind. So we want to make sure any colleges we choose, you've assessed what your interests are. You've gone through a behavioral analysis. You've gone through an interest analysis to make sure that you found all those things that are going to be potential things that you're going to say, oh man, maybe I ought to be studying that. Because now we have to select in our fifth step 10 colleges. We want you to pick out 10 colleges that fit your career interests. If we don't know the career interests, then we can't pick the right colleges. And then the sixth step is we need you to go visit those colleges. During junior year, minimum of 3 visits. We want you to get on at least 3 campuses. We really want by the end of junior year to be on all 10 campuses, because you're going to have an experience at each of those schools that's going to be different than what you think it is. You may think there's a certain school you have as number 1 that you really want to go to, but you're going to walk on that campus and it's going to be totally different than what you have imagined in your mind. So make sure you take those visits in person. Those are key, and make sure mom and dad go with you. They're going to be weighing in as well, because our 7th step is that with parents. We want to have a junior meeting with parents to make sure that we can sit down and say, okay, are these 10 colleges realistic? Are they where we want to be in the country? Is it close? Do we need to be within the state, maybe a state away, or across the country? We need to make sure we're considering those things that mom and dad feel strongly about. As well as, do they meet the budget? Is it affordable? Some of those questions that we need to make sure. So that's the 7 steps you will accomplish as a super junior. Remember, early engagement, it's a game changer.